Hey everyone, Coolebo1207. I'm not sure how to do an intro anymore, so we're just gonna keep rolling with this one. But we're doing this look in this video. It's a random blue look I put together when I was getting ready for work. I recorded this way back in September. For reference, it is February 2nd, 2020.
Can I get my receipt for that, please?
But I recorded this back in September, started editing it, got tied up in work and other IRL shit, came back to it a couple months later and kind of forgot where I was in the editing process, because at the same time I'm trying to learn stuff at the same time as just reacquaint myself. So I got discouraged, picked it back up again about a week or two ago, and here it is. I was debating about uploading it, but figured what the hell, screw it. We'll just upload it anyways. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's cool. You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But yeah, so for starters, we're well past that stage. But for starters, I use Urban Decay Primer Potion. Yes, I still use that as my primer. No, I do not use concealer. My lids are too oily for me to get away with using concealer as an eyeshadow primer. So to this day, I still use Urban Decay Primer Potion as my eyeshadow primer. It gives my eyeshadow a sticky, not sticky, but a tacky base for the powder to stick to. I haven't jumped on the cream shadows trend yet. That's kind of been a trend for the past couple years. But I did get a couple of cream shadows recently, and I've been avoiding playing with them. So we'll see how that goes. And maybe I'll have a couple of videos with me getting acquainted with them later on. But yeah, most of the colors that I'm using in this video, actually all the colors that I'm using in this video when it comes to the blues and the teals, they're all from Sydney Grace. Hashtag not sponsored. I did purchase these products. But the Sydney Grace, I would have to say, has probably become my new MAC, where back in the day I had to collect every single MAC eyeshadow. I don't necessarily have to collect every single Sydney Grace eyeshadow because of dupes. Like I, might have a color in my collection that already works for it. But as far as the consistency with how well the colors blend, the color payoff, how they feel in texture, that's what I mean in that they've become my new MAC. All of these colors, I don't think any of these colors I got are from a specific bundle. I think one of them did come in a bundle, but it's a permanent color anyways, so yeah, by all means, if you guys haven't checked them out, I've seen a couple of videos out here on YouTube with reviews for Sydney Grace, and I'm actually kind of surprised that they're not a bit more popular, but I guess because they're an indie brand, that's probably why. So yeah, I get questions a lot on how I do my blending with these eyeshadows, and lately I need to go back and watch my older videos to see what I used to say and see if my technique has really changed or anything. But basically, whenever I'm putting on color, I always, wherever I want the color to pop the most, or wherever I want the color to appear on my eye the most, so like for example this darker blue, I want that mostly on my outer crease, because I want that color, I want to use the darkness of the color to help add the dimension to my eye shape. So if you notice, I'm actually putting more of the color on towards the outer part of my eye, the outer corner and the outer V, and then I start blending it inwards with the lighter blues. And that's kind of how I always have taken to blending my eyeshadows. Wherever I want the color to stand out the most, that's where I put it first, and then I blend in with whatever other colors are around it. So usually when I pack on the color, I'll use a denser brush where the bristles are packed more densely. They might be a little bit shorter, but as long as they're packed tightly together, that's what matters, because that's what helps pick up the color. Then I'll use a fluffy brush to help soften it out and create the gradient effect. So at that point, I had forgotten that I didn't put on my transition shade. Transition shades are still a new thing that I feel like I'm still trying to grasp the concept of. Because my eyes are so hooded, and this just might be me being in my own head, but because my eyes are hooded, I like use it as an excuse for a handicap. My dog is barking to be let in right now. Of all the times that he could have waited to be let in, he chooses now. So anyways, as I was saying, at this point the look looks kind of bad, but I know you guys have all encountered this moment where you're putting on your makeup and you think you've ruined it. Don't think you've ruined it. Don't stop. There's a chance it might be salvaged. I think at this point here, I had kind of realized, okay, this is about all the blending I can do with the blue. Maybe once I put on my highlight and then blend it down with the transition shade, then that's when it will help, you know, kind of tie up loose ends in the color, the way how it looks right now. Basically, it looks like shit. I mean, I'll be honest here. I do remember when I hit this point in the look, and I was like, oh, I can't just wash it all off and start all over. I have to go to work. So I just kept trucking along, and like thankfully it did actually turn out okay, at least in my opinion, once everything was kind of blended and more was better melded together, I guess. You can already see too how the blue is making my brown eyes pop a bit more instead of just looking like a neutral brown. I kind of feel like my eyes look a bit more orangey or reddy in tone. However, or reddish in tone. Ready? However, it might also just be my monitor and the angle I'm at right now. I don't know. So my foundation technique since recording this video has actually changed. I've gone back to using a brush again. The Beauty Blender is nice, it's cool. It's not really my favorite to use. I feel like it packs on a lot of foundation, and or if not, takes in a lot of foundation, whether it's wet or not. So I'm gonna stick with my brushes for now until I find something better. So this bruise, funny story, I was going back to work and went out to the car to go get in the car to go back to work from lunch, and there was a tree where the branch was overhanging and it was hitting me in the back of the head. So in order to have the branch avoid hitting me in the back of the head, I moved my head forward just like an inch or two just to get it out of the way of the branch. But at the same time that I was moving my head forward, I was also opening up the car door for my car, and the corner of the car door, I'm very tall, so the corner of the car door hit me square in the forehead, and that bump was the remnants of it. So car door 1, me 0. I think it even took a couple weeks, I actually wouldn't even want to say a month, before the bump that I felt underneath the bruise was even fully away. I think I still even feel where I hit myself on the head right now to this day, and it's February 2nd, so it's September, October, November, December, January, 5 months later, I still feel the bump. So yeah, going back to what I said, if you see here, like I'm starting to blend in the highlight and I'm blending it down in with the transition color that looked kind of messy earlier, but you'll see it's actually starting to blend in a bit better now and fit more, or not fit more, but it's not looking as tragic as it did earlier. This is always such an awkward shot to shoot. So yeah, I know right now I'm doing a voiceover for this video, but my next videos that are coming out, they are going to be live again. I will be talking in them again. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about because I don't know. I don't know what you guys want to talk about anymore, and I'll probably just end up rambling like I am right now in the voiceover. But at least you'll be able to see my lovely facial expressions at the same time of me rambling and see all the awkwardness that is happening. So this color, I'm using Makeup Geek's Duochrome Highlight. It is the Moon Phase? Yes, it's the color in Moon Phase. It shows up more blue in person, but the camera did not pick up the hint of blue that the colors actually have. Oh, and my blush I'm using, I think this was Deep Throat from Nars. So in case you haven't grasped from my videos, I'm definitely more of a eyeshadow fan when it comes to makeup and what I love to play with makeup. It's always eyeshadows and eyes and eyes. So for blush, I always have the mentality of keep it simple, stupid. So Nars Orgasm, Nars Deep Throat, they've never done me wrong, and I tend to just use those with every single look. Do I change it up? Yeah, I have a couple other blushes in my back pocket to change it up every now and then, but if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that just near every single picture that I've posted so far and tagged, I'm wearing a Nars blush. For the liquid lippy, I am wearing a Sugar Pill. The color name is Trifle? Yeah, it's Trifle. That has become my go-to nude color. I love the color of it in general because it's not too orange, it's not too pink, it's very nude, but it doesn't, yay, mascara splooge. But the color Trifle from Sugar Pill itself, it doesn't cancel out my lips either. So it still lets you know I have lips there. It still gives me a little bit of color without drawing too much attention away from my eyes. There we go, that's what we'll say. Oh, I included this picture because it's an outdoor picture versus all these other ones which were all indoor. So I wanted to kind of show you how the color changes in the light. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys like it. Do all the stuff that all the subscribers, all the people on YouTube say nowadays. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I am on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. Did start streaming last year. So yeah, see you guys later.